Oh, we're so excited to kick off our Errands franchise. What is Errands? I mean, come on, everybody runs errands, but we're gonna do it with sports celebrities all over the country, but we need some help. That's why we're here at Mercedes-Benz of Sarasota. I'll bring in their general manager, Ernie Withers. Ernie, what do you have for me here?
2018 G63 AMG,
goodness.
563 horsepower.
You trust me with this car, huh?
Absolutely, only the best for you guys.
I know we're gonna pick up one of your customers. I appreciate it. You gonna give me the keys?
Absolutely.
Oh my gosh, so excited. Let's go do this. I said special. Well, this guest is more than that. He's super, he's scintillating, he's sensational. Okay, I probably gave it away, right? We're gonna have fun with this one.
Hey, what's going on?
Dick Vitale.
Hey, how you doing? We ready for errands?
Are we gonna do it?
Well, let's do it, man. Let's have a lot of fun. Should be awesome, baby.
Dickie V has been awesome for decades. This Hall of Fame broadcaster has been the virtual voice of college basketball since leaving coaching way back in 1979. Vitale is now on the cusp of being an impressive 80-40 man. In 2019, he turns 80 and will be in his 40th year at ESPN. With that kind of track record, Vitale was the perfect leadoff hitter for our Errands series.
What's this G-Wagon doing here?
You gonna run some errands?
Wow. Why'd you get your hands on this, baby? This is big time.
Only for you, my friend.
Big time. He's a PTP and Big Mike Neighbors. Rock and roll. Let's do it.
So what errands did Dickie V choose for us to run? Well, he wants to take us through his morning routine. Then he will be attending a meeting with his active charity gala team. And finally, time to take in some tennis lessons with his twin grandsons. But first, let's get to know each other a bit. Well, let me ask you this. You've done a lot of interviews in your day.
Right.
You ever done one like this?
No, this is a little different. A little unique, a little different, but you know what? It's a lot of fun, man.
Yeah.
I like the wheels you got here, too.
Pretty good, huh?
Oh, man, this is big time.
Yeah.
Big time.
I think this is,
like it.
this car cost more than my first house.
Wow.
Well, you're driving around Sarasota. You've lived here a long time.
Yeah.
Do you get the occasional awesome baby? I mean,
Oh.
what catchphrases do you like at an intersection? You have to get some.
Let me tell you this. There's not a day in my life anymore that I go without somewhere, somehow, will it be a gas station, will it be a 7-Eleven, will it be dinner tonight, somebody will say, hey, am I a PT Beer? Am I awesome, baby? Dickie V, get a tea on me. Last night we're having dinner. I'm blessed, got a big kick. A guy comes running up to the table. Oh, man, Dickie V, I love you, Dickie V. Am I a PT Beer?
That's the highest compliment.
Yeah,
it really is.
Stackhouse.
Dick, let me ask you this though.
Right.
You're turning 80, and you know we were talking before.
Is that amazing?
I mean, you should be proud of that though. That you're doing what you love and you're still good at it, but you feel like, which way am I going here?
Right.
Right. Okay. You still feel like you have to research maybe even harder than you did 10, 20 years ago,
absolutely.
don't you? Yeah.
Well, I make sure that I go to a telecast as prepared as can be. Probably don't use half of the stuff I get, but I don't want people, because there's a tendency, I watch with older guys like myself, if you make a mistake, man, they come on Twitter and it becomes such a trend. Oh, he's senile, he's this, he's that, he's what. People can be very vicious.
That kind of motivates you though, doesn't it?
Oh, it motivates me big time.
Yeah.
It inspires me to say I'm going to prove them wrong. I will never, ever embarrass the network or myself in that if I'm getting to a point I can't memorization and names and things like that, hey, I've had a great life. I've had a great career. I'm in like now 13 Hall of Fames. And the bottom line is I'm not going to go out in a year and embarrass myself. I said, if it got to that point, I'll just pick up the phone and say it's over. The party's done. It's finished.
How long do you want to do this?
You know, everybody always asks me, I go straight. I don't know. I have no idea.
You don't put a number on it, do you?
No, but it could end tomorrow.
All right, Dick, newspapers, lots of newspapers, a big part of your day, your morning errands, I guess, huh?
Hey, I'll tell you one thing, Mike. I love following, I like having a paper in front of me. A lot of people like to go to the internet or get all the information, but there's something about actually holding it. So I try every morning, I buy 5 newspapers. But I'm old school, man. I guess that's showing my age. I like to have the paper in my hands.
Sure, newspapers are a big part of Vitale's morning routine, and so is following through. Dickie V is well known for following up an encounter with a media member or a fan with an autographed book or a number of his memorabilia items. I received 2 over the years from him, and he never ever fails to answer any of his weekly fan mail requests. Dick, you've been good to me for a long time. You've been good to a lot of us for a long time. This was a book that came out in 1991. Back then, I was a lowly intern for the St. Louis Cardinals. You called the office and you were wondering if you could get tickets. I helped you with tickets. We met and we had a conversation with then manager Joe Torre of the St. Louis Cardinals. You sent me this book. And then here's another book you sent me.
Holding Court, wow.
Holding Court, this was mid-1990s. This was when I was an anchor in...
Awesome, baby.
Awesome,
You're number one, baby. Well, I lie a lot, don't I?
Exactly, yeah, obviously. But talk about following up with people. I mean, this was years later. I was in Tallahassee. We did a live shot together. You did a skit with me in a live shot. And you sent me that book after I just gave you my business card. And you gave me this in person, and I know you've done that to a lot of people. It's important for you, isn't it?
Well, it is. Yeah. In fact, right here, this is just every one of these people will get an answer. I'm going to go over this later today.
How many of those do you get a day or a week?
They send ESPN sends me them once a week, a bunch of stuff.
Really?
And obviously during basketball season, you get besieged, but I answer every piece of mail.
Vitale is diligent with his fans, but knows he can't be on all the time.
I remember vividly, I'm sitting on a plane, first class, I'm up in the front, I'm something like this. A guy comes walking on the plane. I can't believe it. That's not Dickie V. Come on, man. You're not the guy that we see on TV. I said, man, it's 6:30 in the morning. What do you expect me to do?
I'm human.
I mean, gee whiz.
Vitale keeps it real with his fans on every platform, and that includes social media, where every morning he, with the help of his wife Lorraine, delivers his followers a motivational tip.
Hey, my motivational tip of the day, it's all about a word. That I think is vital in you growing professionally. Listening.
Let's talk about social media. You've rolled with the times here. We talked about reading newspapers, but you know the impact of social media. You're very active on social media. Talk about why that is.
Well, number one, the reason I really got involved initially, my daughters are the ones that introduced me to it, and they got me involved because of my involvement with the V Foundation for Cancer. And it really helps me get out concepts, ideas, fundraising things, and from there, I like sharing opinions about sports.
Thanks for the morning routine. That was our first errand. We have 2 more though. What's our next errand? Where are we going?
We're going to head Mike right down. We're having a meeting today about my Dick Vitale gala. Everything I do, I try to do with the thought of getting dollars to help kids battle cancer. There's nothing more important to me now at my age, and we're just not getting enough dollars. I need people to help us. Tell them to go to dickvitaleonline.com and make a donation. They may save someone they love. They may save someone they love.
Well, we don't want to be late. We got to go, don't we? Next day, we got to get out of here. Okay.
Let's go. Let's roll, baby.
We're on the roll here.
All right.
I'll let you go first, my friend. Your legacy is going to be obviously as a coach, as an announcer, and we're going to the next errand, a meeting with your foundation. But I know you have to have satisfaction that a big part of your legacy is raising money for a cause that's so dear to you.
Yeah, well, it's dear to me because if you get to know the kids, and to bring a smile to somebody's face, one of the greatest things that ever happened to me in my life, and I don't know how true or whatever, but after one of my galas, a woman came up to me and she said, I want to talk to you a minute, Dick. And I said, sure. And her name is Jennifer Peters. Her son, to give you a little background, her son Kyle, about 6-7 years ago, came down with a headache. The headache led to brain cancer, and really some serious brain cancer. She says to me, I want you to know you saved my son. Yep, you saved my son's life. I said, I saved your son's life. I said, I don't think so.
Wow, that's
incredible. She said, you did. She said, because the doctors told us at all children's that if it weren't for the research grant, and she said that grant, according to the doctor, that research grant saved my son's life. Wow. And he's cancer.
Doesn't get better than that, does it?
She gave me a hug.
Are you amazed how much this has grown? I know you put a lot of work into it, but I mean, it has really turned into something big.
I work at it 24/7. I come here in the first watch every day. My whole idea is pass out flyers. We've raised so far now $25.3 million.
Have you really?
Yeah, that's how much we've raised right now, all for research grants. We've actually raised more. That's how much we've actually given. Because we had expenses with the
Was there a tipping point where this just became bigger? Because I know you've worked so hard at this for years.
It's just every day, and I think people believing in what we're doing.
Vitale's next errand is a meeting with the members of his hard-working team who put on his annual charity gala. The gala raises money to fight pediatric cancer. Fighting cancer is a passion based on a promise Dick made to his late friend Jim Valvano, who died from the disease back in 1993. Being able to act on that promise daily is more than satisfying.
People wonder when I speak, they say, gee, you have no notes. Well, I don't need notes because I've gotten to know their families, I know their history, I know all the little things they're going through.
You talk about basketball all the time, your PT peers, your diaper Dannies. Pretty good basketball team here with your gala, right? I mean, good starting five, right?
Absolutely. I mean, to do what we do takes a lot of work, a lot of battling, a lot of fighting, a lot of screaming.
A lot of fighting takes screaming.
Well, that's what gets people motivated.
Right.
You know, you can't have a team just sit back.
Right.
You know, people want to take advantage too, and you have to make sure you fight for what you've earned and what is right.
Right. And it's a year-round deal. I mean, it's not just a couple months, right?
It takes a village.
Right.
Hey, we better get going to tennis.
All right, huddle up here, our village, yes, yes.
Bye, Dick. Hey, Dick, I love you, you know. You know I love you.
So we're leaving another broken egg. We're gonna have our last errand with Dick Vitale. What's our last errand?
We're gonna go watch a little forehand, a little backhand, a little tennis. We're gonna see my two grandkids. I'm very proud.
Let's go do it.
Both of them are now nationally rated.
Wow.
High,
Yeah, you're building a dynasty in the Vitale family.
I don't know about that.
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
You're turning 80 years old next year.
Oh, Jesus. Oh,
and to me, you look very much the same. And do you think a lot of that is you love your job, you stay active? I mean, that's a big part of it, right?
I think it's working out. I think it's keeping enthusiastic.
Right.
Loving what I do. Like, you know, you saw me in a meeting with those beautiful ladies there.
Right.
And I get a little fired up because I don't want complacency.
I'm gonna tell you something. I went to the University of Florida, and back in the early 90s, I always wanted to be a broadcaster. I remember.
You got a good voice.
Thank you, I appreciate that. You need to be my agent. Back in the early 90s at the University of Florida, I was covering the Gator basketball team.
I was there.
And when you did a game, I remember the LSU team with Chris Jackson, who was so good, Shaquille and Stanley Roberts. But the reason you were so impactful is because you were different, Dick. You don't have personalities like you anymore in sports.
I see all these announcers all trying to develop shticks, all trying to develop some kind of way of captivating people with all this shtick, and it's not real, it's not genuine.
Manufactured.
And let me tell you this, make it right. Anything, if you talk to the guys in Detroit, the media, before I ever got on TV, I was like this. They tell you I was 10 times more than what I see on TV. I've been this way all my life.
What is most misunderstood about you? Because you are who you are, you're in commercials. I mean, you're out there, you've been out there for years. What's the criticism out there that maybe bothers you, that maybe people feel like you're not sincere when you are that way?
Yeah, that bothers me. Really, in fact, I got over somebody. I said, say anything you want about me, but don't ever say I have shtick.
Denial, ball you missed. And then they blanket him. They put a blanket on top of him. They say he can't get the ball, baby. Everybody's ready to go. He's ready to go. I'm ready to go. And you're ready to go.
Because I don't have shtick.
Right.
That's me.
Right.
That's who I am and who I've been, and I'm not going to change. And you know what? It works. If you don't believe me, just go look at some of the things that have happened in my life. There's people out there, the public, the fans.
Right.
I mean, I can't walk in an arena without them running up to me for pictures, autographs of all age, of all ages.
You've called so many basketball games. If you could go back in time and redo a broadcast, you've had so many great games. Is there one game you go back in time and say, I'd like to relive that game?
Oh my God. Virginia, North Carolina. Michael Jordan, Ralph Sampson, playing number 1 and number 3.
That didn't take long for you to think
Oh,
of that
God, no. It was just an incredible night. It was a great comeback. Right. Carolina won the game on an incredible comeback. And Jordan, the reason I remember that, I came on the air and I screamed at the end of the contest. He pulled them out in the last minute to be the number 1 team in the country. And I screamed, you know, pound for pound, inch for inch, forget about Ralph Sampson, the best player in America, Michael Jordan. Well, you should have seen the reception I got when I had to go to Virginia. Oh, man. And my producer calls me up and says, wait till you see the Virginia paper when you arrive. Headlines in the front page.
Really?
Dickie V says it takes Jordan over Sampson.
But that's fun, though, isn't it?
Oh, it's fun.
Yeah. Where are we? What's our
we're
final
at the
stop here? Huh?
Palmyra Tennis Club. We're going to watch a little tennis here. I hope my grandkids are here.
Right.
They practice here occasionally. A little background. They're twins. They're 15 years old.
Yeah.
They just played international tournaments. Jake is 24 in the nation, and his brother Connor's 12. And their sister, I believe, is 5, Ava. Let's check them out.
Let's do it. All right, our last stop, boy, you're creating quite a dynasty with the kids and now the grandkids, huh?
Well, you know, I love watching them practice. They work really hard. They go 7 in the morning to 10,
wow.
And then 2 to 5 in the afternoon.
Right.
And that's why they're rated where they are. I mean, Jake right now is 24 in the country. Connor is 12, and that's with Tennis Recruiting Network. And their goal is realistic. They want to go to a great college.
Dick, how much fun is it to have the whole family here? Because a lot of people, their families are scattered all over the country. I mean, you really have everything here in Sarasota. I know you love the city, but you get to spend a lot of time with the grandkids too.
Yeah, I'm blessed. There's nothing like family. I mean, people that really know me well at ESPN will tell you everything in my life is my family. And to have them live in the same subdivision, my daughter Terry, you don't see Sydney here. Sydney's a nationally rated tennis player as well. And a granddaughter Ava's not here either, and she's nationally rated, but that's their sister. And I get a chance to watch them work out, a chance to follow their careers and be with them. It's a great thrill, it really is.
How old were they when they finally beat their grandfather?
Oh my God, they're blowing me away for the last 10. I can't play with them. You kidding? You watch them hit and you know I can't play with them. But I'm playing tomorrow, man. I'm gonna have my little drop shot going.
My friend, I really enjoyed today.
I had a blast. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, we moved around a little bit. It was great getting to know you. I feel like I could do this for hours.
Well,
hours with you.
Let's do it for hours. I'm not in a rush. Uh-oh.
The wife
Well,
is
the wife is taking over.
T.O., baby, I gotta go. I gotta
let me
go.
just say this. Errands, baby, has been awesome, baby, with a capital N. Little selfie time, baby. That means the interview is over.